In Untold Secrets of Yogsutras series, we are speaking to Astromaster U K Jha. Astromaster, will you enlighten us by explaining the real meaning of Guru Chandal Yoga? A yoga formed by Guru and Rahu. Astromaster, as you have mentioned in your world famous book Yoga Pushpanjali about this yoga, as you always told that yogas are based on principle of fundamental astrology, and these yogas are basically their theorems. We request you to let us guide and explain about the real meaning of Guru Chandal Yoga, and as Rahu is associated with Guru in this yoga, so is it possible that Rahu and rest of the planets may also have similar yogas? Astromaster, enlighten us.
Guru Chandal Yoga is considered just as another inauspicious yoga of astrology. We can say that it is a yoga of fear and dread. That is because it is formed in the horoscope when a conjunction between Jupiter and Rahu occurs in any house of the horoscope. Now Jupiter is wisdom and Rahu is shadow. So therefore, the common conclusion is that the wisdom of the native would remain shadowed. He would fail to act properly and may be unable to take suitable decisions in the hour of need. Wisdom of the native would be marred owing to the shadowing effects of Rahu on Jupiter. He would not be able to present anything properly in the meetings and gatherings or in conclaves. Confusion would often grip him when the show of intelligence is warranted. His dexterity and sagacity may also lack the requisite touch of a master's brilliance. In other words, we may say that the man concerned would not be able to give good finishing touch to whatever he takes up for execution. The religiosity, morality, and honesty of the man would often remain wrapped in the patina of suspicions and doubts. His actions may not match with what he says and preaches. The native may actually be cunning, deceptive, and wicked in disposition. These are the few possible effects that are stated in the texts or can be envisaged with a normal logical interpretation of this combination. Obviously, in this yoga, here all the benefic and auspicious qualities of Jupiter has been considered as if it is totally overshadowed and destroyed by Rahu. In other words, we may say that the benevolent Jupiter stands spoilt under the impact of Rahu due to this conjunction. If that is the massive impact of Rahu on Jupiter, then other planets would also not escape its trampling effects. Books are, no doubt, again silent over this general rule and its extended application. Let me tell you here, as you have said, this yoga is not included in our book, in our that famous book on yoga, that is Yog Puspanjali. But since you have now given me the opportunity to speak over it, I would certainly like to put my views before the servants for proper review and intellectual analysis. Let me tell you here that Rahu is the most mysterious planet of Vedic astrology. And it is not easy to understand the geometry and chemistry of its operation or the style of functioning in the horoscope. It has been a puzzle even for the most adroit astrologers in the arena of astrology. And the confusion that we witness is also because of few things that we have invited by ourselves. So long one would remain confused, so long one will take Rahu and Ketu separately, he would remain confused. Because the study of these two lunar nodes has got to be made in joint manner. They are complementary to each other. It must be borne in mind that they are neither separate nor their effects can be studied in bifurcated manner. Unless and until one is not clear as to why and how these two mathematical points have been allotted the status of a planet, it would always be hard to have any idea about its significations as well as its style of operation in the horoscope. All these things I have explained in detail in my talk on Rahu Ketu series. Here it would be sufficient to say that these 2 points are merely the entry and exit points of the karmic vibrations. Propelled by the energy of karmic runnels, these vibrations are made to undergo desired treatment according to the cosmic geometry for effectuation of any action and the commensurate materialization of any event in accordance with the law of causation. Coming back to the effects of Guru Chandal Yoga, I would like to say that this name is really quite enigmatic. Just see what can be inferred from this mysterious term Guru Chandal. Would the preceptor of the man concerned would be a Chandal? Actually, the word Chandal means doer of wrong and sinful acts. It also gives the impression of a strong, well-built and dexterous person, dedicated to his job with a beast trainer's cruelty. That means it is indicative of a teacher who is a strict disciplinarian and would goad hard even for a minor mistake. In other words, such teacher would be a hard taskmaster and a perfectionist type of teacher. In that condition, it may be hard to get trained under such a strict teacher. But then we also know that those who pass under the training of such a master often become peerless in their field of activities. Suppose we take the meaning of this term Guru Chandal in different way. That is, the teacher of the native would be a sinful person. That means a Chandal would be a Guru. In that case, the teacher may be a learned, knowledgeable and sagacious person, but would also be found wanting on moral and ethical front. If that be the case, then the disciple is really doomed to a large extent. Now someone may say that this is an exaggerated interpretation of that term. One can say that the term Guru Chandal only means the combination caused due to the conjunction of Jupiter and Rahu in a particular house, where the term Chandal has been used to signify Rahu, owing to the highly virulent effects of this planet. And much need not be gleaned from the term Guru Chandal. If that be the case, then it would mean that Rahu has been taken here as a confirmed malefic and can produce only calamitous results. Should that be the final conclusion about this term Guru Chandal, we would have to have some deeper introspection on the role of Rahu in the horoscope. Is this planet a all-time malefic? Does not it contain any element of beneficence in its features and characteristics? For this, let us see what the Vedic mantra for appeasement of Rahu says. The mantra tells Kaya naschitra abhu baduti sada bridha sakha Kaya sachishtaya brita. O the Great One, what type of chitra you cannot make? Chitra means form or shape or picture. In other words, it is said that, O the Great One, you can do anything, create anything, and give rise to everything. Like Abhu Baduti. Abhuvat. Abhu means Vishnu. Bat means like. Abhuvat means like Vishnu. You. And Uti. Uti means to do benevolent jobs, to show compassion, to confer favor, or give boons. So, like Vishnu, you are benevolent, favorable, and can show compassion. So, in other words, what we say in this mantra is like Lord Vishnu, you can grant us anything for the perpetual growth of our branches, means friends, relatives, knowledge, property, wisdom, wealth, etc. Sada bridha sakha. You can always increase our relatives, our prowess, our wisdom, our prestige, and anything that we need in this world. Kaya sachishtaya brita. Here Sachi, Isht. Sachi is the wife of Indra. So Isht of Sachi is naturally Indra himself. Indra denotes mind. That's why our sensory and sense organs and working organs are called indriyas because they are the products of the mind. Mind is Indra, so from there the term indriya has come. Brita means to do favor, to do benevolence, to confer beneficence. That means it is praised here to this planet to fill our mind with the sense of benevolence and beneficence. Naturally, that would result in extension of all other parameters in life. That is the favorable parameters, good things. Here Rahu has been worshipped mainly for the purification of buddhi or sense of discrimination. In other words, it has been asked that no bad thing should ever creep into our mind, so that no indulgence into the ignoble acts on our part can be enabled. This implies that Rahu also has enormous force and power to give exceptionally good results in certain conditions. That is why this supposedly malefic, highly malefic planet has been worshipped in these terms. Now, what is Rahu? If we read the Veda, that is the Suktas of the third Rishi, Sunah Sep Ajir Gati, we come across with the term Hiranyanal. All these things I have actually elaborated in my talk on Rahu Ketu series, but here in short I am telling you that this Hiranyanal is represented by Rahu. I would also like to tell here, rather I will repeat it here, that the name of the Vedic seers are not real, and one should not take it as the name of any person. These actually denote the condition of mind or elevated status acquired by the aspirant in the endless course of meditation over self. Like Ved Vyas. Ved Vyas means the one who has become the boundary or the limit or the ambit of the knowledge. Parasara means the one who has become the sweet lake of the supersensory knowledge. Jaimini means one who has digested all the worldly and extra-worldly knowledge, imbibed it, digested it fully, and then have got the power to reproduce it in new form with new meaning and interpretation. Similarly, Medha Tithi, the one who has entered into our mind, our intelligence like a guest, for giving us the new thoughts and ideas. In similar manner, Ajir Gati means the one who has been the dweller of a deep, dark, unknown burrow and who has brought the secrets from that place for our knowledge. You know, the soul also lives in this body in some unknown tenebrous tunnel. Rahu is the ruler of that area. And when something enters and comes out from that tunnel, its composition gets thoroughly changed due to the grinding of the molecules there. So Rahu brings about the atomic changes in the constitution of the things by sucking them into and discharging from the tenebrous tunnel of its area of operation. In that way, what we need to do is that the effects of the planet conjoined with Rahu in the horoscope should be studied carefully and in the light of these facts, because those effects of those planets will be grounded in the dark tunnel, will be ground in the dark tunnel for its total atomic change in composition, and new things would come out. It may be either to increase the strength of that planet or to make it useless and malefic. If Jupiter conjoins with Rahu in its own sign, that is Sagittarius or Pisces, then what will happen? The qualities of the Jupiter will be sucked by Rahu, and then again it will be produced on the same ground, that is, on the grounds of Sagittarius and Pisces, where Jupiter is present and is the ruler. So, the conjunction of Jupiter with Rahu in its own sign, that is Sagittarius or Pisces, would make it strong to yield fruits of the house, that is identical with those signs in the horoscope. The degree distance would indicate the propensity of such effects, and that an astrologer has to study with his own wisdom. And that is a separate thing, same cannot be elaborated here. But in the other sign, there will be bad effects that we have narrated in the beginning. Now, the same principle can be extended to other planets also if they get conjoined with Rahu in the horoscope. For example, if the Sun is conjoined with Rahu in a sign other than Leo, it would kill the conscience of the native to a greater extent. But in Leo, it would enable the native to listen to the voice of conscience very clearly. Mars would become more assertive and heroic if conjoined with Rahu in Aries or Scorpio. In other signs, elements of timidity and diffidence would generate in the personality of the native. His logical sharpness would dwindle. Moon conjoined with Rahu in Cancer may give good concentration of mind, provided no other malefic influences are there. But in other signs, it would create confusions. Mercury in Gemini or in Virgo with Rahu would give good intellect and sharpness of mind. But in the other signs, the native would become dim-witted. Venus in Taurus and Libra with Rahu would give controlled and measured inclination towards worldly enjoyment. But the same conjunction in other signs would tend to make the native an animal for sensual urge and gratifications. Saturn conjunct with Rahu in Aquarius or Capricorn would give sober nature, make the native sensible, pragmatic, hard-working, and stop all the hankerings towards pseudo-spiritualism. But in other signs, the native may become a hypocrite, blasphemous, or sanctimonious. In this way, the effects of all other planets under the name of, say, Sukra Chandal Yog, Bhaum Chandal Yog, say, Bhanu Chandal Yog, Sasi Chandal Yog, Soumya Chandal Yog, or Mand Chandal Yog, in whatever fashion we define it, the effects can be envisaged from the horoscope depending on other conditions. And that is what I have tried to elaborate here. And just as you have said, this principle of Guru Chandal Yoga is a general principle of astrology and is certainly extendable to other planets also. It cannot be confined only to the Jupiter. That's